Hey, family, thank you so much for joining me again. So, I wanted to talk with you um, about my recent experience of a couple of graduations that I went to. So, I went to a graduation for my niece, one of my nieces, and then I went to graduation for my brother's girlfriend's son. So, um, my my both of these graduations, I would say. Um, Of course, it was about a celebration for the kids. Now, a lot of people, including me, we don't necessarily agree with the education system as it is, the way that it's unfortunate, but most of the information that these kids will get won't help them. Um, and I think, well, I was watching a video with a young man who was saying, what is school for? Basically asking this bigger question: why are they teaching what they're teaching? How is it going to help in the long run? Um, when are you going to use this technique that you learned in PE class? It's just so much of it is just, we're not going to use any of it for the most part. Um, and so something that's really important to consider is, for when it comes to school stuff, why, even though they know that most of the information is not going to help these kids to build the lives that they want, to create the future that they want, to be successful as much as they want, um, to have the business that they want, or to have the position that they want. And we have to say, so many people have said it already before me, but I would say it still bears repeating. The companies, McDonald's, you name it, that are investing, with air quotes, in education, are doing that so that they could get McDonald's workers out of that system. And I think that system is more well designed for someone who wants to be a worker bee, working in the company, um, instead of really doing what they want to do and living the life they want to live. So, which is so sad to me, because there are so many people that have big dreams. They really want to do something, change the world, and they're sold a dream that, yes, you can change the world, yes, you're going to make a difference, yes. And then they end up doing these things so that they can be noticed by someone, because, you know, they start to see that it is just something that someone sold them, you know, to get them to comply, to get them to continue to try to get good grades in school or whatever it is, instead of realizing they really need to be working on their own dreams and stop focusing so much on the stuff that doesn't matter. So with the two graduations that I attended, I was just noticing, how the kids were being celebrated, how so many kids desperately just want to fit in, and they haven't learned yet how special they are, how great they are, how much it's okay to be different, how the people who are wildly successful, who have the things that they want in life, who are super rich, who are, you know, healthy, happy, happy, happy. Those are the ones that are different, who did something different, who got on a different path, who decided to go their own way. And they ended up happy. And the ones that didn't, that decided they're going to try to fit in, they're going to try to do everything that everyone else is doing so that they don't stick out, they're the ones that seem to be the least happy, I would say. And so with the graduations, there's supposed to be a celebration, at least for the kids. And I mean, the second graduation I attended, but they set off fireworks and things like that. And I know that, I was talking to my brother and, his girlfriend, they were, talking about how that one of the kids that they knew gave this great speech, and he was saying, um, he was basically calling out the teachers and some of the other kids calling out the teachers for telling them they wouldn't amount to anything, that they wouldn't be anything, that they might as well not even try. And I was thinking to myself, there needs to be more of that, because these people are behaving badly and they need to be caught and they need to be blasted. And when I say blasted, I mean like talk about it, expose them, out them, make sure that people know, and there should be consequences for it, because so many people have called themselves teachers, educators, when they haven't cared about so many of these kids and their futures. So I think that needs to stop. I am a proponent of homeschooling. I believe that the kids can get so much um, of, of the useful information that they need from homeschooling instead of just this following this traditional school system and continuing to get more of the stuff that they don't need. So I think parents and those who really care about these kids being educated really need to um, be the ones to invest in and have a bigger say in education. But definitely I would say it it should be about drawing things out of the kids that are already in them. These so many of us have greatness in us, and it gets beat out of us, or, you know, talked out of us, lectured out of us, and all this stuff instead of exploring the greatness that we are. So many people are trying to stuff something on top of it and put a cap on it so that no one really sees how amazing we are, how much we stand out, how we can really change the world. Um, and so I would love to see more of that. People just being honored for being great, instead of being rewarded for following the crowd. I would say, I don't want to make the video too long, but I would say I was kind of sad to, of course, see the kids growing up and stuff, and just remembering times when they were little bitty kids, looking at the little bitty kids running around playing, and I'm saying tomorrow they're going to be graduating. And what came to mind was a Garth Brooks song, The Dance. And if you like Kelly Clarkson's voice, you might check out Kelly and her rendition of The Dance by Garth Brooks. And I'm not sure what kind of ceremony it was for Garth Brooks, but Kelly sang this song, The Dance, honoring Garth Brooks. And it really must have touched him, because he stood up and, clapped for her. And I think she ended up getting a standing ovation from everyone. She did a really wonderful job with that. But no surprise, Kelly Clarkson does what she does, so her voice is amazing. But it was just sad, to be thinking about all the memories from me, all the years, thinking about some of the people that I haven't gotten to see over the years, but knowing now as I'm looking back on this experience, I think so many of those songs, so much of that is supposed to pimp your emotions, and that's unfortunate as well. Can it just be about celebrating each other? So thank you again, family, for joining me for this video. Hopefully, it was entertaining for you, and maybe you will be thinking about your experience of graduation with just people that you haven't seen for such a long time that you kind of run into, and you think to yourself, and it was similar to another video I was just talking about this. Are you living the life that you really want to live? Really challenging yourself and thinking about that and thinking, okay, are you answering your calling? Challenging yourself to answer your calling if you're not, and do the thing that you want to do. And maybe you just get to do it part-time or in a small way, but hopefully you're doing the things that make you happy, that fill you up, so that you can continue day to day. All right. We'll talk with you hopefully soon, and hopefully bring you some more useful videos. Love you, and happy lightning fast manifesting as always. Okay. Bye for now.